WVU Medicine, Uniontown Hospital, the Sprouse Insurance Group, the Ratcliffe Law Firm, the Roosters Roost, Armstrong, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, Autoland Hyundai, Cherokee Recycling, Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty, Freaky Fast, Freaky Good, Jimmy John's in Uniontown, Attorney Melinda Delarose, George Dental Associates, NovaCare Rehabilitation, Russ Blejo, your local Allstate insurance agent, Ted Silva and Son Auto and Fender Repair, Shop and Save, Walnut Hill in Uniontown, Ford of Uniontown, Northwest Mutual Agent John Ritchie, Uniontown Detailing, Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock, the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, the Somerset Trust Company, Attorney Vince Teaberry, Fayette County Recorder of Deeds John Marietta, the Simply Sweet Boutique, Perkins Painting, Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning, Potter's Sports Bar and Grill in Uniontown, M&R Transit, the Centers for Rehab Services and Physical Therapist Jim Burns, Davis and Davis Attorneys at Law, Maruca's Pizza Shop in Uniontown, the C. Harper Auto Group, Casey's Sports Cafe, Rose Motors in Masontown, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, Beechan's Pharmacy in Connellsville, SWGI in Uniontown, Thurby's Riverside Ford, State Farm Agent Lauren Yeoman, Lee's Plumbing and Excavating, and Joby's Golf. Now stay tuned for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on WMBS, Facebook Live, and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
From Ringgold High School, it's time for high school basketball action here on WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live. Tonight, the Ringgold Rams 4-6 overall, 0-1 in Section 1 in 5A. Matt Rowland in his first year as the head coach of the Rams, hosting the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. The Mustangs 7-0 overall, 1-0 in Section 1 5A play. Our live video stream brought to you by the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital and Maruca's Pizza Shop in Uniontown. Of course, our pregame show is always being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They will get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. The Mustangs have won 7 in a row to start the season, and after leading Thomas Jefferson by only 3, 36-33 on Tuesday early on in the third quarter, they ended that game on a 41-16 run for a 77-49 win over the Jags. Ringgold lost their conference opener 62-61 against Connellsville on Tuesday, but bounced back with a non-conference win over South Park on Wednesday. The Rams, though, they've struggled to stay healthy. They've played 2 games without 3 starters and another game without 2 starters, but they'll only be without Jesus Davenport tonight, who injured his ankle, so that's a good sign for the Rams. Most of their offense runs through Nick Pecan, who's averaging 19.4 points a game. He's hit 32 threes on the season, and freshman Zion Moore is averaging 17.2 points a game. He's knocked down 23 threes on the season. Both of these guys very deadly from the outside. Typically, though, Laurel Highlands has not played well on this floor. The Mustangs gritted out a 56-43 win here last year, but the Rams were very competitive. And Ringgold, their program, they've had plenty of success over the last couple of years. In fact, they've been to the state playoffs in both 2019 and 2020 and nearly upset District 3 powerhouse Lancaster Catholic, falling 59-56 in the 2020 first round of the PIAA playoffs. A busy weekend for the Mustangs. They'll host McKeesport tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. When our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues, we'll talk to Laurel Highlands head coach Rick Hogger and Matt Rowland, the head coach of the Ringgold Rams, here on WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Orthopedic and Spine Institute is open, and their experienced providers are ready to care for you. Orthopedic and spine care spans a wide range of problems, from arthritis to joint trauma caused by injury or overuse. Hips, shoulders, knees, and backs are the most common areas where patients experience pain or impaired function. At WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, they can treat orthopedic and spine problems with state-of-the-art care. Their board-certified orthopedic surgeons and specialists are well experienced in the latest treatments for damaged and diseased joints. They offer everything from physical therapies to joint repairs and joint replacements. Whenever possible, the newest, minimally invasive techniques are used to ensure quicker recovery, less pain, and less damage to surrounding tissues. To learn more about the newly opened Orthopedic and Spine Institute at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, or to schedule an appointment, call 724-912-7533 or visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. The new us, here for you.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 59th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair. and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva & Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 59 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to sponsor local high school sports.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $279 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year. 4,500 cash trade equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends January 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
You know the importance of planning for retirement, and you plan to enjoy a long and healthy life after you retire. But it's also important to plan for the possibility of needing care on a long-term basis. As life expectancies grow in the U.S., the potential need for long-term care grows as well. A Northwestern long-term care insurance company policy can help pay for the care you may need.
To learn more, call John R. Ritchie today, 724-550-4414. That's 724-550-4414 for John R. Ritchie.
Keep your legal needs close to home. Attorney Vincent T. Berry specializes in criminal justice, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. Attorney T. Berry is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to Attorney Vince T. Berry. It will be the only call you need to make. Call 724-430-0300. That's 724-430-0300.
Your streaming solution is here. EXP Stream from Armstrong brings live, recorded, and on-demand programs together with streaming entertainment like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, and more, with one box and one remote. Put TV on your schedule with incredible features like Start Over, which lets you catch up on live shows up to 3 days later, and Cloud DVR with 50 hours of HD storage. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com/stream to sign up today. EXP Stream. Streaming solved.
Brian Maruca back on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Boys high school basketball action on WMBS tonight. Laurel Highlands at Ringgold taking out the Rams, being joined by Laurel Highlands head coach Rick Hogger. And Rick, you had a little bit of a slow start in your section opener over Thomas Jefferson. In fact, after the Jags hit a 3 to start the third quarter, you only led by 3 at 36-33, but you had a nice little surge in the third quarter, able to pull away for a 28-point win.
Yeah, certainly played in kind of streaky in the first half. You know, we do well for a while and then maybe get a little stagnant. But I thought we picked up the intensity quite a bit for the second half, particularly defensively. You know, I don't know how many points we held them to exactly the second half, but we were scoring off our defense a little bit, and that's what we want to try to do is get some points the easier way if we can, and did a little better job of that the second half.
You had to juggle the lineup a little bit. You didn't start Keandre because he was coming off an illness. They didn't have Nico Johns in the lineups. How much did that chemistry maybe play a factor in the slow start early on?
Well, certainly you have guys like that out of your lineup. It's going to have some type of an effect. But I think you have to give Thomas Jefferson some credit too. You know, we were back on our heels a little bit, I felt, and not being the aggressor. We were allowing them to establish the pace of the game the way they wanted rather than us dictating the pace. But I think when I think Blaze Krisner came off the bench and helped us pick up the intensity defensively, and we started to play a whole lot better from that point on.
We're on the road Friday, another conference game against the Ringgold Rams. They have a couple of Bell Vernon guys on their staff now. Matt Rowland, their first-year head coach. He was an assistant there last year, Bell Vernon grad. What do you know about this Ringgold team?
Well, I know that they have a couple really good players in Moore, I believe, the freshman, and Pecan. Don't know a whole lot about them at this point. Plus, there's no really knowledge of, what the current coaches, what they prefer, or, you don't get that build-up of some familiarity with them over the years. So I'm sure that, they're well coached and will be prepared. As I said, I know they have a few good players for sure. Don't know much about the rest of them.
That floor always seems to be an adjustment, bigger floor, and you guys struggled a little bit there early on last year before you got your footing in the second half.
I got to tell you the truth, Brian. I don't know if I've ever had a team that's played well at Ringgold, and I'm talking girls and boys. It's a different setting than most gyms, and it's a nice gym, but for some reason, we really haven't shot the ball well over the years there, and it's a little bit bigger floor, and that may play a role in it also. But hopefully, we get off the bus and get ready to go.
That's Laurel Highlands head coach Rick Honger. Stay tuned. The Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues. We'll talk to Ringgold head coach Matt Rowland here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live. The Catholic War Veterans, Post 1669 at Hopwood, are proud supporters of local high school sports. For more information on the programs that the Catholic War Veterans provide, log on to the Catholic War Veterans website at www.cwv.org. You can also visit the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 on Facebook or phone 724-437-3088. That's 724-437-3088 for the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or a home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS number 45872.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Does your car sound like it's saying, "Trade me in, trade me in," every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right. Your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, "Trade me in, trade me in." Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill and Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of SWGI Specialists, extending best wishes to our Fayette County teams. Our providers and staff all live locally and are committed to fulfilling the digestive health needs of our community. We encourage everyone at age 50 to get a screening colonoscopy because preventing cancer is the best way to fight cancer. Call 724-437-7677 or visit us at swgispecialists.com.
Brian Marozak back now with Ringgold head coach Matt Rowland. The Rams hosting the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. High school boys basketball action here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live. And Matt, it's been a little bit of a roller coaster ride for your Rams to start the season. You lost your conference opening game against Connellsville, but you did bounce back with a nice win, a non-conference win over South Park last time out on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've been very up and down. We have a very inexperienced group. We're playing a lot of underclassmen, and even, some of the seniors that we have really didn't play last year, didn't play the year before. So, the inexperience shows at different points. So we're really trying to just put it together for the rest of the year.
And your first year at Ringgold, talk about the whole transition process.
Yeah, I was an assistant last year in the the COVID season where we didn't really get to do anything. I got the job over the summer, so really just trying to implement our system and how we want to run the program. So, so far so good. I've been able to put together a great staff, so we're just really trying to put our print on the program now.
Yeah, I know you're a Bell Vernon guy. You have Jacob Dzinski, and that name always familiar over at Bell Vernon as well. You have Rob Ramsey helping you out as well.
Yeah, and Casey McIntyre as well. All guys from Bell Vernon have some Bell Vernon roots there, but guys that I know very well. We have a great bond together. We played together, growing up and everything. So being able to trust those guys and have them with me makes things a lot easier.
You certainly had a tough conference opening loss against Connellsville, a game that could have went either way, and you ended up falling 62-61.
Yeah, great game back and forth. We got down a little bit there in the third, fourth quarter, crawled our way back and actually took the lead there with, 40 seconds, and then he ended up hitting a shot there to beat us. But, for our group, the first time really being in that situation, having a close game, how to execute down the stretch, other than getting the stop at the very end, we did a nice job. So it'll definitely be something we can grow on moving forward.
And it certainly seems like after Laurel Highlands in this conference, there's a lot of balance. I think second place pretty much up for grabs.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, Laurel Highlands kind of sets the tone for everybody across not only the Whitfield, but the state at this point. But, everybody else is kind of having up and down years, so we're really looking forward to being able to compete with everyone else.
Well, you had a non-conference win over South Park on Wednesday, and now you'll have Laurel Highlands on your home floor. Your thoughts on the matchup with the Mustangs?
Well, yeah, and for our benefit, we know a lot about Laurel Highlands. We saw a lot of their stars all summer long in the summer league, so we know the talent they're bringing and how good that team is. So we're really going to have to match that intensity, match that skill level to be able to compete for 4 quarters with them.
That's Ringgold head coach Matt Rowland. The Rams hosting Laurel Highlands boys high school basketball action here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live. Stay tuned. The starting lineups and the opening tip-off on the way next.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Come see what everyone's crowing about. It's Rooster's Roost next to the Uniontown Shopping Center on Francis Street in the Old Eddie's Tavern location. Craving pizza, wings, fried chicken, hoagies, or your favorite salad or side? It's all at Rooster's Roost. Eat in, take out, or have it delivered. Call 724-320-2244 or order online at roostersroost.com. Use the coupon radio and get $3 off your online order. Gift certificates also available. Stop in Rooster's Roost today.
Lease Plumbing and Excavating, helping area residents with residential and commercial plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, along with paving, concrete, and excavation site work for over 30 years. Building a new home? Lee's does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. Lee's does maintenance work on all existing homes, too. Call 724-245-2950. That's 724-245-2950 for your quote. Lee's wishes all the area basketball teams good luck this season from Lee's Plumbing and Excavating.
Simply Sweet has been your one-stop party planner, specializing in balloon decor, event planning, and rentals. And now, the sweetest little boutique. Simply Sweet Boutique, located at 21 North Beeson Avenue, is filled with party decor, gifts, and paper goods. You can surprise someone anytime with one balloon or a bunch from their balloon bar. Simply call 724-317-7929 for Simply Sweet Boutique. Join Simply Sweet Boutique January 8th, 10 to 3 for their Valentine's Day open house.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you, oil checked, and windshield cleaned? Joby's Golf. That's where. Joby's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard. Joby's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station serving the Uniontown area in the same location for over 47 years. Joby's Golf offers lockout services, general repairs, tire repair, fenced-in storage lots, state inspection, golf products, and AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For attorney Melinda Della Rose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Della Rose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Della Rose at 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at DellaRoseLaw.com.
Brian Rozak and Steve Subrick back here at Ringgold High School, about 14 minutes away from tipping it off tonight. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs at Ringgold taking on the Rams. This is simulcast tonight. We're on both WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network, Atlantic Broadband Cable and Armstrong Cable, presenting you this broadcast on the South Union Township Sports Network, along with Township Supervisors Robert Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. And our South Union Township Sports Network coverage brought to you by Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes, Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialist, SWGI in Uniontown, Zebley Mahalovan White, United Bank, Jason Scott, South Union Township Supervisor, along with Robert Schiffbauer and Rick Vernon, and the Laurel Highlands basketball boosters. Steve Subrick alongside Jerry Dupay behind the camera. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios on the radio side, and our live video stream on WMBS, brought to you by Maruca's Pizza Shop and the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. And Steve, kind of an odd feel here. They actually had half of the bleachers here at Ringgold High School malfunction, so bleachers only on one side of the court, and they actually put up a big blue net coming down on the far side, so certainly an odd feel here tonight.
Yeah, just looks like a big wall over there, like we're in gym class, and they're separating the classes. But yeah, it is. It's it's always interesting coming here. It's a big NBA college style or length court, so it's a little bit bigger, a little longer court than the Mustangs are probably used to playing on. That'll be something they'll probably need to get used to, because most of the playoff games are in the bigger gyms, and so that'll be a good experience for them to get used to the spacing, if you will, of the bigger court.
And Rick Hoggart told us earlier that none of his Mustang teams have ever played well here for whatever reason at Ringgold High School. That even goes back to his days coaching the girls. Even when we were here last year for this Laurel Highlands Ringgold game, Laurel Highlands struggled mightily in the first half, ended up winning 56-43, but it was a battle the entire game.
Well, it's like I said, it's just different. It's a bigger court, and it's also a bigger gym. I mean, the bleachers were like up in the nosebleed section here. I don't know how many steps it took me to get up here, but it took me 20 minutes.
You barely made it.
Yeah, it's we got to have binoculars. I should have brought my binoculars. We're so far away, and that's a different look for these kids. The bigger backdrop. It's almost like when you see the NCAA tournament, they go to the Final Four, and those guys are playing those big football stadiums that they put the basketball courts in. It's a different sight lines, if you will, on the sides. So kids, they just, if you're not used to that, it's a little different. It's almost like playing outside, and these kids really don't probably play a lot of basketball outside. So, there's something that's just another adjustment that they have to make. But still, as the guy said in Hoosiers, it's still a 10-foot rim, right? Still 10 foot high, and it's still the court. The foul line's the same distance away. 3-point line's the same. So. Eventually they'll get used to it, hopefully.
It's interesting, Steve. The 3 Fayette County schools in the conference all picked up wins in their conference openers in Section 1 and 5A. Connellsville just snuck by Ringgold 62-61. Albert Gallatin down West Mifflin 47-43. And, of course, we saw on Tuesday night Laurel Highlands, after a little bit of a slow start, take care of Thomas Jefferson 77-49. That game was just 36-33 at the beginning of the third quarter, where the Mustangs pulled away in the second half.
Yeah, they pulled away in a big fashion, and they ended up with a modified time situation there in the fourth quarter where they got up by a 30. And it just certainly didn't look like that after they TJ scored that first three-pointer of the second half to get it to within 3. But Mustangs turned on the Jets and had one of those energy fits, and they just pulled away pretty easily.
Tonight around the conference, Albert Gallatin taking on Thomas Jefferson. That game will tip at 8 p.m. tonight. Connellsville also on the road there at West Mifflin, and, of course, Laurel Highlands here at Ringgold. Other games around the region, Steve. Another big game back closer to home. Bell Vernon at Uniontown. Both of those teams undefeated so far in conference play, and that should be a big one back at Uniontown High School tonight. Elizabeth Ford at Yonk and South Park at Southmoreland in that conference.
Yeah, so a lot of basketball. It's cold outside. And it's warm in the gym, so everybody's getting ready. It's it's kind of like after the first of the year, you feel like it's basketball season. College football is pretty much over, and it's just everybody can concentrate and go to the, and you're back to your routine too with your Tuesday, Friday nights, and it should be a lot of fun.
Other games around the region tonight: Beth Center at Brownsville, Charleroi at Washington, Bentworth at Jefferson, Morgan, Fraser at Carmichael's, and Monessen at California. We're back with the starting lineups right after this. Ringgold hosting Laurel Highlands here on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network, the Tribble Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
When it's time to service your vehicle, don't procrastinate. Call Rose Motors at 724-583-1944. Rose Motors, specializing in computer diagnostics, engine and electrical problems, brake service, electronic tune-ups, air conditioning repair, exhaust work, state inspection, and more. Looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? See Rose Motors, where financing is also available. Rose Motors, 42 River Avenue in Masontown. Serving the area for 3 generations. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, Saturday by appointment.
Going on now at C. Harford Chevy East. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $279 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarborsChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year. With 4,500 cash trade equity with lease loyalty or new conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and prepayment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends January 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Law. If you're injured in an accident and can't agree with the insurance company on a settlement, you may have to go to trial. You'll need an attorney that's familiar with the process. As an assistant district attorney, I'm comfortable in the courtroom and have experience that not all attorneys do. Call me or Trip Radcliffe today and set up your free consultation for any personal injury case. 724-439-3939. We're easily accessible in Uniontown and provide Saturday appointments. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
With branches in Markleysburg, Connellsville, Hopwood, Uniontown, and Perryopolis, Somerset Trust Company is truly Fayette County's community bank. We invite you to stop by and experience the Somerset Trust Company difference. Local decision-making, convenient locations, extended hours, award-winning online and mobile banking, and more. Somerset Trust Company, community banking worth talking about. Branches and ATMs throughout Fayette County.
Hello, everyone. This is John Marietta. With God, all things are possible. Who would have ever thought we would have come this far? I want to thank each and every one who has helped me get this far. We couldn't have done this without you all. Change is what you ask for, and that's what you're going to get. This was about you, not me. I'm just a regular guy trying to do the right thing. I am John Marietta. I am the hillbilly. With your help, you have made me the next recorder of deeds for the people of Fayette County. God bless each and every one of you, and God bless America.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. They are conveniently located at 1310 Pittsburgh Road in Uniontown. But look for Uniontown Detailing in February at a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Brian Mrozek and Steve Suberg back here at Ringgold High School. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. They're brought to you by Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialists in Uniontown. Problems with the digestive tract or no picnic, get help today. Call SWGI in Uniontown. Their phone number is 724-437-7677. Here's Steve.
Okay, for the Rams starting tonight at guard, a 5'11 sophomore, number 5, Daryl Tolliver. At guard, a 6-foot senior, number 11, Nick Pecan. At guard, a forward, a 6'2 junior, Jacob Pahoic. He's number 22. And at guard, a 6'1 junior, number 24, Lorenzo Glazer. And at guard, a 6'2 freshman, number 34, Zion Moore. For the Mustangs, starting tonight at guard, a 6'3 junior, number 1, Keandre DeShields. At guard, a 6-foot junior, number 2, Rodney Gallagher. At guard, a 6'1 junior, number 3, Brandon Davis. At forward, a 6'3 senior, number 4, Jaden Pratt. And at forward, a 6'2 senior, number 15, Joe Chambers.
Steve, a couple of guys out for the respective teams. Jesus Davenport out with an ankle injury on the Ringgold side. And for the Mustangs, no Mason Bullish tonight, no Blaze Krisner, and no Nico John. So the Mustangs bench a little bit shorter this evening.
Yep, and that's, you're going to, Krisner gets to play a little bit, so does Bullish, and Johns usually starts. So that's a little bit of a blow, but you're not losing a lot. As far as talent, when you put in Pratt, it just makes the Mustangs certainly less, with less depth than if something happens and they're in the game where you get injury or foul trouble, that could be a problem.
And most of this Ringgold offense certainly goes through either Nick Pecan or Zion Moore. Moore only a freshman, averaging 17.2 points a game. He's knocked down 23 threes already this season. And Pecan, you know his dad well, Steve, averaging 19.4 points a game. He's knocked down 32 threes on the season.
Yeah, 32 threes. And he had a brother that played a couple years ago that was a pretty good player as well. I think he's at Cal now, I believe. But so they got some talent. And like you said, I know his dad. I played for his dad, Laurel Highlands graduate. He was a fullback for the Mustangs back in the day, and he and I played together at West Virginia. He was a good player, and nice guy. So he still lives in Uniontown, and of course his kids go here to Ringgold. But he, so he's always at the games too. I always see him, and saw him down at Mama Maruca's the other night. Actually, saw him down there when I stopped in to get the takeout, and he was down there. So he's always here rooting on his kids and rooting on the. Now of course he's a former Mustang, so he's kind of got mixed emotions. I would think
so, for sure.
But I'm sure he's rooting on the Rams tonight.
And, Steve, you look at this Ringgold program, talking to their head coach, Matt Rowland, he said they really haven't been at full strength much at all this season. They're happy only being without one starter tonight in Davenport. They've played a couple of games without 3 starters, another game without 2 starters. So, and I think a lot of these teams are dealing with this not only just because of COVID, but because of injuries as well. It's been tough. I don't think we've done too many games where both teams have been at full strength so far this year.
Yeah, no, and it's going to be like that all year, I would think. Especially with COVID. COVID can, it's you never know. It's hitting around everywhere, and if people get, it is what it is. Sign of the times, right? You watch any NFL game now, college games. There's always an injury list and it seems to be a COVID list. So, hey, you got to deal with it. That's it.
I mentioned the Mustangs swept the season series with Ringgold last year, winning by scores of 56-43 here at Ringgold and 82-39 last February at Laurel Highlands. Prior to last year, the last time these two schools played in the same section was during the 2017-2018 season, when Laurel Highlands swept the season series with Ringgold winning both meetings 67-40 and 77-41. So for the most part, the Mustangs have had their way with the Rams over the years, Steve.
Yep, it should be, like I said, it's always a tough place to play. We talked about the length of the floor, the gym, and all that, and plus the teams have been always pretty good. But the Mustangs certainly have the upper hand right now, and, you just still – there's only, I always say there's only one ball out there, so that ball doesn't go your way. That doesn't bounce your way. It could be a long night, so let's hopefully – the Mustangs will be on track tonight.
It's impressive. We mentioned Ringgold. They've been in the state playoffs 2 of the last 3 years. Last year was not one of those years. They lost to Shaler in the preliminary round of the WPIAL playoffs, 85-64. Should be another fun night here at Ringgold High School in Carroll Township tonight. The Rams hosting the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. We're back with the opening tip-off right after this on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Casey Sports Cafe, owned by the Vernon family, is located on South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Casey's has reopened for dine-in services with new hours, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday and Sunday 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Meals are home cooked and range from a variety of steaks, chicken and veal parmesan, liver and onions, along with appetizers, salads, wings, and sandwiches. Casey's offers free delivery in the Uniontown area with purchases of $10 or more. Phone 724-550-4126 for Casey Sports Cafe.
Thanks for calling Autoland Hyundai, your hometown dealer. This is Chris Parker Jr. speaking. How can I help you?
I hope so. Do you fix cars?
Yes, we do. We pride ourselves on having the finest service department around.
Well, my car is broken, and I would really like to get it fixed by someone that I can trust.
You can count on us. We've been recognized by Hyundai as the #1 service department in the Pittsburgh District, which encompasses 7 counties in PA, plus parts of West Virginia and Maryland.
If it's not too pricey, I only have $3.29.
I see. What's your name?
Olivia. Little Olivia.
Oh.
I'm going to ask my daddy to bring you my pedal car tomorrow so you can fix it.
At Autoland Hyundai, you'll get the most dependable service no matter your make or model, with convenient Saturday hours to fit your schedule.
You'll always pay less to drive our service. The best at Autoland Hyundai, your hometown dealer.
Located in downtown Uniontown, online at AutolandHyundai.com. Phone 724-437-9999 for Autoland
For
Hyundai.
attorney Melinda Delarose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Delarose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Delarose at 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at delaroselaw.com.
You know the importance of planning for retirement, and you plan to enjoy a long and healthy life after you retire. But it's also important to plan for the possibility of needing care on a long-term basis. As life expectancies grow in the U.S., the potential need for long-term care grows as well. A Northwestern long-term care insurance company policy can help pay for the care you may need.
To learn more, call John R. Ritchie today, 724-550-4414. That's 724-550-4414 for John R. Ritchie.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Brian Marozak and Steve Superick back here at Ringgold High School in Carroll Township, just about set to go. The Ringgold Rams and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. The Mustangs, their away blues, white numbers, red trim. Their bench off to our left, and the Ringgold Rams and the home whites, gold numbers, little dark blue trim. Their bench off to our right. And certainly, Steve, Laurel Highlands, another big favorite going into this game tonight.
They're going to be a big favorite in every game they play from here out, I would think. It's going to be. There's a lot to be said for that. And they have to come to play. They're going to get everybody's best shot every game, and they're just going to have to. They're going to have to, be ready to go. It'll be like Alabama or Notre Dame or one of those schools where, everybody wants to knock off the king, and they're the kings right now around here. So interesting up here, Brian. We're up in these rafters. We're so high up. We're higher than they got banners hanging down. We can't even see the scoreboards.
Correct.
Yeah,
we're that high.
Yeah, we're pretty high up here, but it's probably a good view for the TV, I would think.
Yes, Jerry Dupay behind the camera. Again, Steve Superick with me. I'm Brian Marozak. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. I think the key for Laurel Highlands certainly shutting down Pecan and Zion Moore tonight. Those kids have knocked down a lot of threes so far this season, Steve, and I don't think they've had the type of pressure and the speed that this Laurel Highlands team will bring to the table. Keandre DeShields jumping against Jacob Pahowick, and we'll get this game underway. Section 1, 5A matchup. Opening tip controlled by the Mustangs. We'll set it off to Brandon Davis coming baseline far side, and a quick foul called, Steve, just 5 seconds in.
5 seconds in, we get a foul, and
Tony Carter there.
Number 5, that's Tolliver.
Seen a lot of Tony Carter so far this year.
Yep, veteran official.
Mustangs send it in. There's Rodney Gallagher back up top to Brandon Davis. Now Rod far wing, high arcing three on the way off the mark and hit one of these support straps. So go out of bounds and over to Ringgold. Rod got another football scholarship offer, Steve, this week to Texas. Hook 'em Horns.
Hook 'em Horns, wow.
Of course, one of Pitt's assistants just went down there, and I think it's one of the reasons I think they might be hot on Rod as well. And there's Jaden Pratt, a block there on Lorenzo Glasser, but the Rams keep it alive. Floater off the mark there from the freshman Moore. Loose underneath. Moore got it back in his third attempt. Finally able to put it up and in. The freshman Zion Moore giving Ringgold an early 2-0 lead.
And speaking of the officials, I want to say happy birthday to our resident official expert when we need a ruling, Billy Beaner. Had a birthday.
To Means, yeah.
Had a birthday.
And there's Joey Chambers hitting a three from the near side to put Laurel Highlands on top by a score of 3-2. So Chambers got an open look, took it, and Laurel Highlands goes up one. Now the Mustangs showing a little 2-2-1 press as the Rams go cross court near side. A little juggle there for Moore. Ball comes free to Brandon Davis, who drives and lays it up and in. So Laurel Highlands 5 unanswered just like that on top 5-2. That's what that pressure will do, Steve.
Yeah, just lost control of the ball. Davis just scooped it up. There's another pass off of Chambers' head. The ball bouncing around like a pinball.
Now the Rams keep it alive, and a 3-ball and air ball there from Daryl Tolliver. Ringgold trying to keep it loose underneath. Jacob Pahowick was trying another little kick out there to Tolliver, but it goes out of bounds and back over to Laurel Highlands.
Kind of a odd field right now that we're way up high, and then notice one thing, I don't see any cheerleaders down here. Maybe if they're down there, we can't see them. But
Gallagher for 3 up top off the mark. Pahowick the rebound there for Ringgold. Rams race back, down 3. 6:21 left here in the opening quarter. Far wing, Nick Pecan. Quick 3, good. Nick Pecan. And Steve, that's now 33 made threes for Pecan so far this season. We're tied at 5. Rams trying to come to play here early. Pratt trying to set the screen there for Brandon Davis. Resets over to Joe Chambers. Now back to Rod up top. Little touch pass off to Keandre. He'll fire the 3 and hit it. Hit that one with Moore in his face. Keandre DeShields' his first points of the night come from outside the arc, and Laurel Highlands goes on top 8-5. Here's Moore on the near side. Double team comes over, able to work it across. Touched ahead there to Pecan. Driving inside, off balance shot, no good. Got it back. It actually took 3 attempts before Pecan was able to put it up and in. He's a player, Stevie. Is 5 of the 7 for the Rams. They're back to within 1 of Laurel Highlands at 8-7 here at the 5:29 mark of the first. Mustangs, a little dump down as Davis tries to back in. No look pass off to Pratt. Jumper no good. Rebound underneath Daryl Tolliver for Ringgold. Off and across to Zion Moore. Moore double teamed, edge of the zone. Able to send it over to Lorenzo Glasser. They're going to roll out of bounds in front of the Laurel Highland. No, check that. Ringgold taking a timeout. Rams take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 5:10 left here in the first. 8-7 Mustangs are back in 60 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Mom Maruca's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruca's is family-owned and operated, where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mom Maruca's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor, outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarucaPizza.com for their menu. Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Ringgold with the basketball as we come back. As Zion Moore was trying to send it out to Daryl Tolliver. Deflected out of bounds by Laurel Highlands. Will stay with Ringgold here in the Mustang zone. A pretty good timeout there for Ringgold head coach Matt Rowland, Steve. You saw they were trapped and able to keep possession for his team with the Rams down 1.
Yeah, good job there. And he's got his offense trying to run around a couple sets here. And he's as Moore goes in there and gets that ball swatted by Pratt.
2 blocks early on now for Jaden Pratt. Matt Rowland, a Bell Vernon grad, replaced Eugene Wilson, who's now at Woodland Hills.
Your alma mater.
Yes, Eugene only here at Ringgold for 1 year. Here's Zion Moore, long 2 near wing, good, and the Rams in the lead. Zion Moore with 4, and it's a 9-8 Ringgold lead here at the 4:36 mark of the first. So we have a game on our hands here, Steve, at least early on. Uniontown off to a 12-4 lead over Bell Vernon early as well. Back at Uniontown High School, that would be an upset. Here's Brandon Davis driving. Off balance shot, uses the glass and gets it to go. So the Mustangs back in the lead now at 10-9. Brandon Davis with 4. Zion Moore brings it back across here for Ringgold. No look pass on the inside there. Jacob Pahalik resets down low. Little scoop shot, no good from Pecan. Kept alive from Pahalik. Out on the far wing, and Zion Moore knocks down another 3. Zion Moore with 7. It's a 12-10 lead for Ringgold over Laurel Highlands here at the 3:50 mark of the first. Here's Gallagher up top. Rod with the seam, takes it. No look pass off to Pratt. Uses the glass and gets it to go. Jaden Pratt, his first 2 of the game, and we're tied at 12. And actually 4 of the 5 Mustang starters have scored so far. The only one who has not, Steve, is Gallagher.
Well, he really doesn't need to score. He scores when he needs to, it seems like. And that's a foul. It's going to be a little reach foul on Davis. First foul of the game, I believe, against the Mustangs.
Correct.
And you know, one thing we have not had to do all season that I can recall, and I'm sure he's taken a timeout or 2, but Coach Hogger's never had to take one of those timeouts where the other team has a run and, you got to settle things down. He has not had to do that all year, and that's a great position to be in, isn't it?
Yeah, Laurel Highlands has had control, and a miscue there from the Rams off the inbounds pass. Tolliver was looking for Pecan in the far corner. They weren't on the same page. Goes out of bounds and back over to Laurel Highlands.
I mean, look how excited everybody is here now with the Rams really playing great, and its score still only 12-12. So it's not like they're beating the Mustangs down or anything. They're just tied with us.
I think for most teams, though, Steve, you look at the way Laurel Highlands has blown out opponents. Being tied early on is a good sign, and there's Joe Chambers. From very deep up top, drains his second 3 of the game, and Laurel Highlands goes up 3 now at 15-12.
Well, you get some of that from Chambers, it's going to really make things difficult for teams. Who are you going to guard? You're going to have to guard everybody out there.
I think all 5 of the guys on the floor, certainly for Laurel Highlands, guys that can really take over a game at any time. And there's the freshman Moore on the inside, lost the handle, regains, and scoops it up and in. Very impressed with this freshman, Steve. Zion Moore has 9 already for Ringgold. They're back to within 1, down 15-14. Here's Brandon Davis coming baseline near side. Tough shot, couldn't get it to go, but the tip in is good. And who got that tip? Was it Pratt underneath?
Yes, they gave it. They gave it to
Brandon Davis.
They gave it to Davis.
And Davis has 6. It's a 17-14 lead for Laurel Highlands, and there's Pecan. Turnover there, looking for Jacob Pahowick, and that's twice now we've seen the Rams with unforced turnovers in the Laurel Highlands zone. And the Mustangs get it back, leading by 3, 2:12 left here in the opening quarter. Rodney Gallagher across on the far side. Gallagher on the far wing, now coming down the lane. Tough shot, spun out. Ball loose underneath. Keandre finds it for Laurel Highlands, trying to go between defenders, trying to roll it off to Rod. And they're going to rule this off of Zion Moore and out, and we'll stay with Laurel Highlands here in the Ringgold zone. Tony Carter right on it.
2 Mustangs right there. It certainly looked like it probably would have went off of one of the Mustangs, but they give it back to the Mustangs.
There's Keandre, a little ball fake, now releases and gets the baseline jumper to go from 10 on the far side. Keandre with 5. Mustangs lead by 5 at 19-14 here at the 1:45 mark of the opening quarter. Now here's Moore coming back. Some fancy dribbling. Moore staying with it, trying to work on Pratt. Went down on the play, and they're just going to roll him out of bounds.
Coach Rowland wanted a foul on Davis there as he was checking Moore.
Moore was jumping all over the place there on the Ringgold side. The Mustangs now get it back with a 5-point lead as we go under 90 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Up top, Gallagher switches here with Brandon Davis. Davis coming down the lane, lost the handle and turned it over. Tolliver found it. Forward to Pecan and across. Pecan bounce pass down to Pahowick off to his right and unable to finish there. Lorenzo Glasser from point blank range on the far block. Looked like it was going to drop, but it did not for Glasser. Here's Gallagher back on the other side. Floater no good. Rebound tip back out to Tolliver and Ringgold. So a couple of missed opportunities on each side there, Steve. And now Moore kind of dribbled it off of his foot, and Gallagher finds the loose ball. Rod racing back, alley-oop, and Keandre slams it home. Keandre with 7. Assist to Gallagher, and that was pretty again. And just like that, Mustangs go up 7 at 21-14.
Well, Gallagher saw him coming from his side mirror there, and he just gathered himself. The ball was kind of bouncing around, and he got enough of it to just flick it up there, and there's a foul on Gallagher.
Yep, bumping Nick Pecan. So Nick will get a pair of free throws. Pecan for the season, just 16 of 32 from the foul line, 50%. Uniontown now up 17-7 on Bell Vernon. Pecan now his first of 2 up on the way and good. So 6 points here in the opening quarter for Pecan. And Steve, we talked about most of the scoring going through either Pecan or Moore on the Rams side. Well, all of it's gone through either Pecan or Moore so far tonight. Moore with 9. Pecan with 6, second of 2 free throws, good again for Nick Pecan.
Well, we had a saying down in West Virginia when fans used to say, and the players, they say, Pecan, he's tough. He's tough. He's just tough. He was a tough-nosed player. Pecan's dad was, Chris. And their kids are just as tough on the basketball court.
You're right on that. Brandon Davis.
Gritty players.
Brandon Davis, a miss there for Laurel Highlands. And now Zion Moore with it back for Ringgold. Rams down 5 at 21-16. Moore spinning on the inside. Tough shot, got it to go. He's a player, Steve. He has 11.
Only a freshman.
And from midcourt, Keandre no good on that shot. And I'll tell you, between Notorious Grooms and Zion Moore, 2 great freshmen we've seen so far this season. After 1, it's Laurel Highlands 21, Ringgold 18. We're back with the second quarter in 60 seconds here in the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $279 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year with 4,500 cash trade equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends January 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of SWGI Specialists. Doctors Ruthart, Calabrese, Hoppy, and I extend our very best wishes for a happy and healthy 2022. The new year often brings resolutions for a healthier lifestyle. Our dedicated team reminds you that a 30-minute screening colonoscopy could save your life. Call 724-437-7677 or visit us at swgispecialists.com.
Played a quarter of basketball here in Carroll Township at Ringgold High School. It's a close one so far. Laurel Highlands 21, Ringgold 18. Zion Moore with 11. Nick Pecan with 7 on the Ringgold side. And the Mustangs have spread it around. Keandre with 7, Brandon Davis with 6, and Joe Chambers with 6.
Yeah, Chambers, a pleasant surprise tonight with those 2 3-pointers. And, of course, all the Rams scoring coming from just Pecan and Moore. So eventually they're going to need to get a little help.
Here's a Moore, another floater off the glass and in. Zion Moore. He has 13, and it's a 1-point game. Mustangs 21, Ringgold 20. Opening seconds of the second quarter. Keandre, free off a screen jumper, far elbow, shorts. And underneath, the Ringgold rebound pulled down by Lorenzo Glasser. Outlet pass down to Daryl Tolliver, leaning in on Gallagher. Is that going to be a travel? Yes, it is. Travel called there on Tolliver.
Yeah, they probably were looking for a foul call possibly on Gallagher, but Gallagher played good defense there and had forced Tolliver to kind of shuffle his feet a little bit.
Mustangs bringing A.J. Sumter into the game, and there's Gallagher's shot, no good. Ringgold another rebound. It's Pecan out of the pack with it. Pecan racing across. Pecan going coast to coast. Missed on the first shot attempt, got it back, and able to lay it up and in. Pecan with 9, and Ringgold in the lead at 22-21 over Laurel Highlands, and almost a steal there from Tolliver. Coach Hogger, Steve, he was concerned during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. He said, we don't play well here. And Ringgold in the lead early on. Here's Brandon Davis out to Keandre to Shields. Little ball fake, resetting to Chambers. Far side, Brandon Davis coming far baseline. Almost lost the handle, got too deep, and there's a travel there on Brandon Davis. And now the Ringgold fans, they're into it tonight, Steve.
Well, that's interesting. You know, he had an open look 3, and normally he takes that shot, but for some reason he didn't. And he tried to drive to the basket, then he just got a little stumble there. But you wonder if the bigger gym, the bigger back, the farther backdrops, there's a steal, but he goes out of bounds. But you wonder if that's affecting the Mustang shooters because they haven't taken nearly as many threes. Chambers been pretty good, but they haven't taken a lot of threes tonight, have they?
No, they have not. The Mustangs, all kinds of accolades this week. In one publication, number 2 in the state. Another publication, Mustangs ranked 3rd in the state of Pennsylvania, but got to win these tight conference games. They're down a point here at 22-21 with 6:27 left before halftime.
Long way to go. Long way to go.
Daryl Tolliver to trigger it in. Bounces it into Zion Moore. Tough shot with Gallagher in his face, and Moore got it to go. What a game from Zion Moore so far. 15 first half points, and Ringgold a 24-21 lead over Laurel Highlands. Almost a travel there from Gallagher. Not called, sent it off to Keandre, who got the floater to go. First 2 of the second quarter for the Mustangs, and they're now down 1 at 24-23.
Well, it's about time for one of those energy fits.
And Moore now trap far side. Push call there on A.J. Sumter.
Yeah, it's going to be on Sumter.
Bell Vernon, a little rally back on Uniontown. Red Raiders lead at 19-17 after 1.
And that's, if you're going to get fouls and you get a guy like Sumter to come in and get a foul, that's saves on some of your trouble. There's a throw out of bounds.
That's 3 times, Steve, we've seen errant passes off of inbounds plays for Ringgold. And we've only played just over 10 minutes of basketball so far.
Speed and athletic ability for the Mustangs forces a lot of those, Brian. They just, everyone's covering everybody so well that there's no one open.
There's Gallagher working it across.
And you got that 5-second clock in your head knowing you got to get rid of the ball.
There's a little alley-oop play. It's not going to go as a dunk, but Keandre gets the 2 to go. Assist to Joe Chambers.
A little better pass from Chambers.
Yes.
It would have been a dunk, but he threw it up there, and it was just a little low and to the right, and the Shield just had to catch it and lay it in. Good job by Keandre.
Yeah, the result the same. Mustangs go up 1, and another fancy move. Moore kick in the corner, and Pecan hits another 3. Those 2 kids, Steve, red hot. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. Ringgold up 27-25 on Laurel Highlands. We're back at 60 here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Come see what everyone's crowing about. It's Rooster's Roost next to the Uniontown Shopping Center on Francis Street in the Old Eddie's Tavern location. Craving pizza, wings, fried chicken, hoagies, or your favorite salad or sides? It's all at Rooster's Roost. Eat in, take out, or have it delivered. Call 724-320-2244 or order online at roostersroost.com. Use the coupon radio and get $3 off your online order. Gift certificates also available. Stop in Rooster's Roost today.
Back here at Ringgold High School, always tough to play, Steve. Those conference road games, you can't take them for granted. And right now, the Ringgold Rams a 2-point lead over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs at 27-25. And Nick Pecan and Zion Moore putting on a show for the Rams tonight.
It's a two-person show, really. And Coach Hogger called, that's the first time out we saw all year. We just talked about it, where he had to kind of change the momentum. He was not happy with the defense on that last play, and he gave his team a tongue lashing in the huddle, and we'll see if that wakes up the Mustangs on defense at least.
Jaden Pratt, long two, no good, but Keandre able to clean it up down on the blocks. Keandre 6 here in the second, 13 for the game. We're not up at 27 here, the 4:51 mark of the second quarter.
Well, you got two guys that are scoring more in Pecan, so you got to figure let's stop those two and make somebody else, take a shot at least.
And no one else has scored for the Rams so far.
Right.
Here's Glasser with it right now. Pulling it back up top. That's Pecan. His shot might have been altered. Came up short on right to Jaden Pratt.
Good defense by Davis.
Mustangs across to Chambers. Not about the three. Pulls to Keandre. He'll make a move on the inside and get that one to go. So Keandre heating up. He is 8 here in the second, 15 for the game. Mustangs back in the lead at 29-27.
You do it with defense. You get a bad shot, rebound, and a fast break. And all of a sudden, it's a 2-point lead for the Mustangs.
Zion Moore back to Pecan. 3 from the parking lot off the back iron. No good. Gallagher the rebound with numbers coming back. 4-on-1. Off to his left. Brandon Davis takes it and makes it. Davis now with 8. And the Mustangs now going up 4, 31-27.
You got to watch here. Another basket, and I bet you'll see a timeout from Ringgold as the momentum has completely shifted, and a great timeout by Coach Hogger.
Now you have Moore up top, and a little juggle able to regain there high on the right for the Rams. 3:40 left before halftime. The Laurel Highlands lead is 4. Moore back over to Pecan again. Let's see how long Pecan and Moore can stay hot tonight. Little feed off to Pahowick, and now Pahowick trying to work in here on Pratt. Little turn and shoot, and Pratt has his third block of the game. But deflects over to Glasser, keeping it alive on the offensive glass. Back out to Pecan on the far wing. Pecan now from the foul line, triple team. Sends it off on the far wing to Darrell Tolliver for 3. Came up short, and Joe Chambers tracks down that rebound. Exactly what the Mustangs did there, Steve. They put a triple team on up top and left Tolliver wide open, and the sophomore could not take advantage. Now Keandre back on the other side, drains a 3.
Timeout, got to be a timeout. Yep.
And here comes your timeout from head coach Matt Rowland.
Oh, no, wait, they call a timeout for an injury. Maybe that's not a timeout.
Lorenzo Glasser.
Yeah. Glasser got some blood or something. Yeah, he's got a little cut on his chin.
Now you have Keandre, Steve, with 18 in this game. Am I correct there?
7, 10, yes.
18 for Keandre to Shields and the Mustangs on a little mini run here. Have built up a 7-point lead at 34-27. They're certainly in a little crazy dog fit right now, up 7 with 2:45 left before halftime. Pecan coming back, another swat. That's now 4 blocks for Jaden Pratt in this game. Outlet pass, Gallagher off to Chambers, and Chambers drives and gets it to go. So Joey with 8, Mustangs up 9 at 36-27. And Matt Rowland might want to think about taking a timeout now.
Give old Gus another biscuit, right? He's it's one of those puppy energy dog fits is coming right at him, and it's exactly what Coach Hogger dialed up in that timeout.
Here's Moore. Gallagher a poke there and get him for a foul. That'll be a second personal.
They didn't really call the foul until he poked the ball away. That's kind of a late, call there, but that's the second on Gallagher. And Gallagher's smart enough to know to play it smart here. Of course, with 2:14 left in the half, you wonder if Coach Hogger will give him a rest here when he gets a chance maybe next time.
Pahalik on the far wing, watched there by Pratt. Resets now high on the right to Zion Moore. Gallagher guarding Moore.
And that's where you got to be careful because Moore's scoring all the points, and there Gallagher's going to get himself in trouble.
Moore now with Gallagher on him. Jump ball called to go to the possession arrow.
That could have easily been a foul on Gallagher there. He almost took Moore down.
Correct, and it favors Laurel Highlands.
Yep.
And Brandon Davis will send it in from the far side. Back to Gallagher. Mustangs a little bit of a comfort zone now with a 9-point lead. 1:50 left before halftime. Far corner, Keandre DeShields spinning far baseline. He got fouled. I think that was Pahalik that got him there, Steve.
It's either going to be Pahalik or Moore.
Now send the Mustangs to the free throw line for only the second time tonight. We'll check that first time tonight. We saw 2 free throws from Nick Pecan on the other side earlier. Laurel Highlands has not attempted any free throws yet in this game until now, and Keandre makes his first of 2. Keandre coming in 67%, 10 of 15 for the season. Mustangs as a team still 72%, 88 of 122. Lead now at 10 after that make from Keandre. Now his second of 2 on the way and good again. So a busy quarter for Keandre DeShields. Has 13 here in the second quarter, 20 for the game. 20 of the 38 for the Mustangs, and now Laurel Highlands leads by 11 at 38-27. 1:36 left before halftime. Daryl Tolliver off to his left to Marcus DiBenedetto, who's seeing his first action of the night. Ringgold in a little mini weave now up top. Tolliver back to Zion Moore. Trying to work here on Brandon Davis. Kicks it back in the corner. That's DiBenedetto for 3 off the mark. Rebound going to Davis. Outlet pass forward. Gallagher drives inside and gets his first 2 points of the game. Rodney Gallagher extending the Mustangs lead now to 13 at 40-27. 1:03 left before halftime.
Ringgold was probably shooting close to 90% earlier in the game, but now they're forcing the Mustangs after that timeout.
Ringgold has not scored since that timeout. It's
right.
A 15-0 run for Laurel Highlands. It was 27-25.
What a great timeout. Great coaching by Coach Hogger to get his team focused on the defensive end. And there's going to be a foul. They're going to call jump ball. Wow.
Could have been 3 on Gallagher.
Yeah. That's another one for Gallagher on his favor.
The Rams, though, keep possession this time off the arrow. They'll trigger it in here in the Laurel Highlands zone as Marcus DiBenedetto will send it in.
With 40 seconds left, Coach Hogger doesn't take him out to avoid that third foul.
In the corner, Pecan high arcing 3. Again, no good, so that 15-0 run remains for the Mustangs. Outlet pass forward to Rod. Pulls back Pratt. Baseline jumper near side rattles out. Zion Moore, the rebound there for Ringgold.
Wow, in and out. Tough luck for Pratt. Good shot, but Gallagher, the pass was a little long for him and forced him toward the wall, and he had to just throw it back.
Moore double teamed. Resets now high on the left. Sends it off far side. DiBenedetto down on the baseline to Tolliver. And a little push, but deflected off of Laurel Highlands, and out will stay with the Rams here in the Mustang zone with 10 seconds left in the quarter. Laurel Highlands on a 15-0 run. They trailed 27-25. They now lead it 40-27. And the Rams try to look in there for Pahalik, again off of Laurel Highlands and out.
Yeah, everybody was jumping around and excited in the gym, and they're all of a sudden a 15-0 run.
And off the inbounds pass again, they're looking for more. Taken away, rolled off. Brandon Davis makes it a 17-0 run. But that make gives him 10 for the game. And that'll do it. We've reached halftime, so Laurel Highlands ends the second quarter on a 17-0 run. They lead Ringgold 42-27. We're back to recap the first half numbers for you in a moment here on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network, the Triple I High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Does your car sound like it's saying, trade me in, trade me in, every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, "Trade me in! Trade me in!" Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For attorney Melinda Della Rose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Della Rose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Della Rose at 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at DelaRoseLaw.com.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? M&R Transit is now hiring van drivers. Van drivers must be 26 years of age, have a valid driver license, and a clean driving record. Van drivers must be able to obtain all clearances. For more information, call 724-439-3164. That's 724-439-3164, or apply in person at M&R Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. M&R Transit wishes the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Law. When you're in an accident, it can be frightening. You have to deal with insurance companies, medical bills, doctors, and employers, all while trying to recover from your injuries. We want you to concentrate on getting well and allow us to handle the rest. We have 40 years of experience at handling all sorts of personal injury cases here at Radcliffe Law. Call our office today at 724-439-3939 to set up your free consultation. We have Saturday appointments available. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Brian Morozak and Steve Subrick back here at Ringgold High School. Laurel Highlands ending the second quarter, Steve, on a 17-0 run to lead the Ringgold Rams by a score of 42-27. And Steve, you have our halftime stats that are being brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market.
I certainly do, Brian. The Rams, just the scoring from two players. Nick Pecan had 12 points and Zion Moore had 15. They scored 18 in the first, but just 9 in the second, 27 at the half. For the Mustangs, 22 or 21 points in each quarter, and they're being led tonight by Keandre DeShields, who's been terrific, 20 points. Gallagher with 2, Davis with 10, Pratt with 2, and Chambers, nice job so far tonight. He's got 8 points. Again, they scored 21 in the first and in the second for a 42-27 halftime lead.
I mentioned our broadcast on a simulcast on both WMES and the South Union Township Sports Network. I have to thank our South Union Township Sports Network sponsors as well, including Davis & Davis, Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes, Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialist, SWGI in Uniontown, Zebley Mahalovan White, United Bank, Jason Scott, Robert Schiffbauer, and Rick Vernon, South Union Township Supervisors, and the Laurel Highlands Basketball Boosters. And Steve, we're right back at it tomorrow, 1 o'clock tip-off for Laurel Highlands and McKeesport at Laurel Highlands High School. Remember, the Tigers knocked off the Mustangs last year.
Yeah, so it should be, it's always a good game. McKeesport's always tough. That's a tough place to play when we go there, and especially in football. And they got remember how big their team was, and if they got some of those kids on the basketball court, that might be a challenge for the Mustangs. But let's worry about the Rams tonight, and we'll worry about the McKeesport. Were they the Tigers?
Correct.
The Tigers tomorrow. So. Got to finish things here first.
42-27 Mustangs here at the break. Second half comes your way next year on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, Facebook Live, and the South Union Township Sports Network.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $279 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year with 4,500 cash trade equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends January 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Hi, I'm Russ Blejo. As your local Allstate agent, providing protection that fits your life is something I take, well, personally. I'm committed to learning about your needs and personalizing protection to meet them. From bundling your auto, home, and life insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage based on your protection needs. I can build an insurance proposal that fits your life. Are you in good hands? Contact me, Russ Blejo, for a free quote.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary.
It's a fact. We go your way all around every day. It's a fact. We're striving harder, take you farther.
It's a fact. There's public transportation available for everyone in Fayette County. With Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, you can grab the bus to practically everywhere. FACT has multiple programs to get you where you need to go, including curb-to-curb shared ride services, medical assistance transportation program, persons with disabilities programs, and many others. Curb-to-curb transportation fares vary for programs, but range from 0 and over, depending on mileage. Just make a reservation the day before your trip by 2 p.m. Call the FACT office at 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com for more information. It's a fact. They'll get you there.
It's a fact. We're Fayette County Public Transit.
Your streaming solution is here. EXP Stream from Armstrong brings live, recorded, and on-demand programs together with streaming entertainment like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, and more with one box and one remote. Put TV on your schedule with incredible features like Start Over, which lets you catch up on live shows up to 3 days later, and Cloud DVR with 50 hours of HD storage. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com/stream to sign up today. EXP Stream. Streaming. Oh.
When you need a vaccine, look to Peachin Pharmacy as a partner in your health. Peachin Pharmacy has all of the COVID-19 vaccines, including boosters, at no cost to you. They also have the shingles and pneumonia vaccine. Schedule online, by phone, or just walk in. When you are ready, get your vaccine at Peachin Pharmacy, located in downtown Connellsville.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation, and there are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
Mustangs with the basketball here to start the third quarter. They'll work it right to left as we describe it. Rodney Gallagher will bring it across. He's picked up by Nick Pecan. Switches here with Brandon Davis, watched by Darryl Tolliver. Back over to Rod on the far side. Again for the Rams, Steve, tonight. Only two players have scored. Pecan with 12, Moore with 15.
Yeah, that's it. So they got to get some offense from some other players.
And there's Gallagher cutting, handing off Jaden Pratt, and he connects from out in front. Only the second bucket for Jaden Pratt. It's now a 19-0 run for Laurel Highlands. Ringgold led 27-25. Laurel Highlands took a timeout, and Ringgold has not scored.
There's another
since that Mustang timeout.
Example of unselfish play. Gallagher could easily have laid that one in, but he had to kind of change his shot a little bit. So to make it easier, he just dumped it off to Pratt.
And Rod averaging 5 assists per game on the inside. A blocking foul. That could have went either way. Call there on Keandre to Shields off the drive from Zion Moore.
Well, that one looked like Keandre was sitting there waiting for it, but we've got our benefit of the calls on a few tonight, so you really can't complain too much. But that one, if you did feel like complaining, you could probably complain about that one a little bit.
Yeah, tough break there for sure. Now Zion Moore goes to the foul line. He's 72% for the season, but a miss there. Came in 23 of 32.
The good news is for the Mustang fans, that's only the first foul on the Shields.
And second of 2 free throws on the way, and again no good. So it's still a 19-0 run for Laurel Highlands. They're back on the basketball. Keandre to Shields up top. Pratt setting the screen. Now Pratt gets it on the cut and connects again. So Pratt, 4 here in the third, 6 for the game. It's a 21-0 run for Laurel Highlands over Ringgold. And the lead at 46-27, an official's timeout.
Tire shoe.
Zion Moore given an opportunity. Again, more hoops on the air tomorrow. Laurel Highlands hosting McKeesport. 12:30 the airtime on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. 1 o'clock opening tip-off. Broadcast on both WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network. Of course, it'll be on Facebook Live and the Triple Live High School Sports Network as well. Daryl Tulliver, far side, trying to work on Chambers. Sends it back to Zion Moore on the far wing. Long two, good for Zion Moore, and that snaps the 21-0 run for Laurel Highlands. Makes it 46-29 Mustangs. Gallagher comes back inside and gets another quick two. There's 4 points tonight for Rodney Gallagher, but the lead up to 48-29 with 6:22 left here in the third. Moore double teamed up top. Aaron pass intercepted by Keandre. Forward to Jaden Pratt, and he'll drive and get fouled there by Moore. So 2 free throws upcoming now for Jaden.
That's actually a pretty good foul by Moore. Stopped a probable dunk from Pratt, and that'll be his second foul, I believe. Yep.
In our live video stream on the WMBS side, courtesy of Maruca's Pizza Shop and the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital tonight. Jaden Pratt headed to the foul line. He's 71% so far this season, 10 of 14. First of 2 here, no good as it rattles out.
Actually saw Chris Pecan down there a couple nights ago down at Maruca's.
Somebody actually commenting to Eric Samps, get the wings on tonight.
The wings, wow. I like those hot sausage hoagies he makes down there. They're spicy.
You like everything spicy. I was going to say, Steve, you like your chicken spicy, but you like everything spicy. There's Pecan for 3. Drains it on the near side.
He's tough. Pecan's tough.
He has 15.
The Rams needed that. They got to get some buckets pretty soon.
After 2 missed free throws from Jaden Pratt, and then Gallagher looked like he dribbled it out of bounds. We're going to say it went off of Ringgold and out. So it's 48-32 Mustangs, 5:54 left here in the third.
Glasser might have tipped it, but he didn't have to because it was going out of bounds anyway.
Here's Davis spinning near baseline. Tough shot. They're going to get a foul called here on Pecan. Shot attempt no good.
And not much of a foul there on Pecan, just a little bit of a bump, and that's a very generous call there for the Mustangs. We've seen a lot more hits than that down low when not called, and Davis misses the first end of that those 2 shots. So the Mustangs have missed their first 3 free throws here in this third quarter.
Pretty rare for a team that's shooting 72% for the season from the foul line. And again, you mentioned, Steve, the odd environment here at Ringgold tonight. Davis does make the second, so he has 11. Lead at 49-32, and a foul called in the backcourt there on Keandre, and a rare foul from Keandre that far away from the basket.
Well, he came in there. He tried a sneak attack there to try to come in. All the defense went back, and Moore got the ball, didn't think anybody was coming, and all of a sudden Keandre tried a little bit of a trickery there, and not much of a foul there, and they call that one on him.
There's Moore back in the corner. Tulliver for 3 out the front of the rim. No good. Pratt skies for the rebound. Touch from Davis. Outlet Gallagher. Drives and scores. That was pretty. Rodney Gallagher with 4 here in the third. 6 for the game. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. 5:30 left here in the third quarter. 51-32 Mustangs. We're back in 60 from the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
year-end clearance time at Thurby's Riverside Ford. This is the time, and this is the place. With Truck Month incentives, get 0% Ford credit financing for 60 months on new 2021 Ford F-150s in stock. Ford F-150, the toughest truck for the toughest jobs, and the best-selling truck on the planet for 45 years. During our year-end clearance, take advantage of 0% Ford credit financing incentives on all new 2021 Ford Ranger, Explorer, and Edge. Come and experience your presidential award-winning dealer, Thurby's Riverside Ford, located 1 mile past Lady Luck Casino. Approved Ford Motor Credit financing required. Offer ends January 30th, 2022. Stop in and see Sammy, Ashley, Jimmy, or Joey.
Ringgold with the basketball after the timeout. Nick Pecan high on the left, trying to work here on Brandon Davis. Jumper left of the lane, a little bit too strong that time for Pecan. Darryl Tolliver the offensive rebound. A little bear hug from behind there from Joey Chambers.
Tony Carter was going to call jump ball, and they call a foul on Chambers. Probably a good call there. Chambers bear hugged him, like you said. He just kind of wrapped him from behind and tried to get a tie-up, but, pass interference, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. It was he got called from the grabbing from behind.
His grandfather, Mark John, Laurel Highlands athletic director in the corner, sporting his West Virginia hoodie tonight.
Yeah.
Up top there, Zion Moore for 3, off the mark there for Ringgold. Jaden Pratt the rebound. Out and across to Brandon Davis on the far side. Hands off to Gallagher, far wing and in. Tough shot, put it off the glass and in. Rodney Gallagher. Gallagher now 6 here in the third, 8 for the game. 53-32 your lead, 21 for Laurel Highlands over the Rams with 4:34 left here in the third.
Just like that, we had a close game, and now it's a 21-point lead.
It's 2 games in a row, Steve. You go back to the TJ game. Mustangs led 36-33 early on in the third. Here, Mustangs trailed 27-25 midway through the second, coming out of a timeout. Went on a 21-0 run. There's a tough shot and a make there from Zion Moore.
Wow.
So Moore with 19, and still here, Steve, we're midway through the third quarter. Still only 2. Rams have scored. Gallagher comes back and connects upon a long 3 from the far wing. He has 9 here in the third, 11 for the game. 56-34 your score in favor of Laurel Highlands.
Well, that's got to be disheartening for the Rams, just to go down there, you fight and scratch, and Moore makes a tough shot. Ball, just losing the ball, just shoves it up there, and then all of a sudden they come back down, and the Mustangs hit a 3.
Another Ringgold timeout, 56-34 Mustangs. 3:50 left here in the third. We're back in 60 in the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
Laurel Highlands a 56-34 lead over Ringgold. 3:50 left here in the third. Rams down to their final timeout, Steve. And it's interesting, at least according to the scoreboard, that timeout that we thought Rick Hogger took in the second quarter was actually a Ringgold timeout.
Okay, yeah, because
the Mustangs have a full complement of 5, unless there was an error of the scores table.
Yeah. We've never
but nonetheless, that coming out of that timeout worked good for Laurel Highlands. They went on a 21-0 run. Here's driving Pecan, a miss. Davis the rebound, outlet pass forward, touch Pratt over to Gallagher, got too deep, resets Keandre, missed a bunny out in front, but was fouled.
Well, he was going to try to dunk it, and he lost the handle, and then he got bailed out by a foul, and that foul's going to be on, is that number 22? Pahoek gets the foul, and Keandre will get to go to the line to shoot 2.
First of 2 up on the way, and good for Keandre DeShields, and his biggest fan, Big George from Delaware, watching tonight as well.
Big George.
Yes.
Keandre's having himself a night tonight.
He said he wants to meet Keandre at some point in his life. Maybe we'll get that opportunity later on this season. As Keandre,
come to a game.
Yes, come to a game. Make the drive up from Delaware. Keandre has 22. And lead at 58-34. 3:33 left here in the third. There's Zion Moore being watched by Gallagher. Moore on the near wing. Double team comes over. Pratt to help. Moore on the inside. Floater off the back iron. No good. Chambers a little tip out on the rebound. Then poked back on the other side by Pahalik out of bounds. We Mustang basketball. That was volleyball there for a little bit, Steve. You had Chambers with a swat on one side, and then Pahalik batted it back on the other side.
Yeah, the Mustangs playing pretty good defense, and they were all leaving the zone a little early on a fast break, and the ball got tipped backwards, and luckily for the Mustangs, it went out of bounds.
Gallagher off to Brandon Davis on the far wing, directs traffic, fronted there by Tolliver. Up top, Keandre. Thought about the three. Now he'll take it up top, off the mark. Underneath, Pahalik the rebound there for Ringgold. Off to Zion Moore and across. And they bring that double team on Moore. It's sent over to Pecan, who fires the three off the side of the rim. No good. Went off of Pratt and out. It should stay here with Ringgold in the Mustang zone. It does.
Well, you could tell that they're just not as comfortable, the Mustangs, as shooting from the outside as they normally would be. They're still getting their points, but they're not taking all those looks like they normally would. You get comfortable in your own gym, and then you get, or in some gyms you like better than others, but this one is, no one ever seems to like this place.
Tolliver was looking for more, got intercepted, and Brandon Davis comes back with a little scoop and score. Davis 3 in the third, 13 for the game, 60-34. Rams back on the other side. Tolliver got knocked down. Foul called there on the Mustangs.
That should be on Davis. It is.
And more hoops tomorrow afternoon. Laurel Highlands hosting Ringgold. Or check that, Laurel Highlands hosting McKeesport. They're playing Ringgold tonight. Laurel Highlands and McKeesport, 1 o'clock tip tomorrow. And we'll have it here on all the platforms you're watching it on or listening to this evening. You can find the game tomorrow as well. Ball went out of bounds off of Ringgold and out, so Laurel Highlands will send it in. Brandon Davis into Rodney Gallagher. Lead at 26 right now. It's 60-34. 2:24 left here in the third. Chambers on the near wing. Back to Gallagher between the circles. Fronted there by Pecan. Pecan now coming out here on Rod. Playing a little defense. Pratt setting the screen. Rod will take the three up top. A little bit too strong there. Chambers offensive rebound. Boy, he's played well tonight. Back to Gallagher trying to hand off to Pratt. Lost the handle. Regains from the corner. Goes cross court back up top. Davis touch to Gallagher. Far baseline. Working in hard, and a foul called there on Pahalik. On the floor. Second on Jacob. Fourth, check that. Yes, fourth team foul. Gallagher sends it into Davis. Open look for three. Out the back iron, no good. Gallagher the rebound. Touches off Keandre. Resets down low and gets it to go. 24 for Keandre tonight. Lead at 28 at 62-34 with 1:47 left here in the third.
George is waving his foam finger in Delaware.
Yes, he is. And there's another steal. Look out here. Davis, alley-oop. Jaden Pratt tried to slam it home. Missed the dunk. Gallagher got it back and lays it up and in. Gallagher 11 in the third. 13 for the game. And they've enacted the continuous clock again, Steve. Lead at 30. Pecan, long three off the mark, goes out of bounds and back over to Laurel Highlands.
Some subs for the Rams, almost like they're calling off the...
Maddox Sukul checking in. You have Marcus DiBenedetto back in as well. Lead at 64-34.
They're not running the clock.
And they're telling the scorer's table now to run it. Tony Carter made a motion. He gave a thumbs up. And we'll run it the rest of the way.
I don't like that. We were talking about with my buddy Bernie Hoke from Golf Pro from West Newton. And we were talking about that today. I don't really know if I like that 30 points.
I liked it at 40 better.
Yeah.
I think 30 is a little bit too close. Keandre, another pretty move and a make. He has 6 here in the third, 26 for the game.
You know, you only get so many games.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So let them play. I mean, you're wasting a couple of. I mean, I know it doesn't waste. It's not like football where it wastes like 40 seconds every play.
Pecan, nice jumper there. Foul and extended on the right. He has 17.
That was a 2.
Davis down low. Another miss. Pratt going for it. Davis got it back. Lays it up and in. And Davis with 15 tonight. 68-36 Laurel Highlands. Davis quick steal on the inbounds pass and a block there from Zion Moore. And the Rams get possession. It's Moore, Steve, already 6'2", And I think he has the potential to maybe grow a little more. Would you agree that him and Grooms might be the two best freshmen we've seen this season?
Well, from the game we're seeing tonight, he looks pretty good, and Grooms has been terrific. But this kid seems like he can score.
That'll do it for 3/4 of basketball after a couple of misses there from DiBenedetto and Moore. It's Laurel Highlands 68, Ringgold 36. We're back with a 4th and 60 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or a home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreen.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 45872.
Going on now at T. Hartford Chevy East. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $279 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHartfordChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year. With 4,500 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Payment is for tax, title fees, and prepayment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends January 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
Back here in Carroll Township at Ringgold High School, Brian Morozak along with Steve Super, Jerry Dupay behind the camera on both WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network tonight.
I also have Nick Barczyk. He's so far away from me.
Yes, he's off to your left. You're on the right. We're up in the rafters. And there's Pecan a drive and a miss. Loose underneath. Keandre finds it again. Forward to Brandon Davis. And Davis driving in, getting fouled underneath. You'll have 2 free throws upcoming. George said that Keandre is like a man against boys tonight. I think he enjoyed your foam finger comment, too. Say Coach K has to be looking for him now. It means Mike Krzyzewski. They have Davis at the foul line, missing on the first of 2 free throws. So Laurel Highlands with the win here, Steve. We'll go to 8-0 overall, 2-0 in conference play. Loss will drop Ringgold to 4-7 overall, 0-2 in the conference.
Mustangs outscored Ringgold 26-9 in that quarter. So,
yeah, if you're just joining us, game highlighted by a 21-0 run for Laurel Highlands coming out of a timeout in the second quarter after they trailed 27-25 early on. Moore jumper from the foul line, no good. Rebound tip back out to Keandre. Sent on the far side to Joey Chambers on the far wing. Now comes far baseline. Lost the handle. And is actually ruled out of bounds off of Ringgold, so the Mustangs keep possession up 33 with 7:10 left here in the fourth. Good buddy Tony Honua checking in tonight. He said he's calling for Malachi Wallace off the bench.
Nice play there by
You're right.
By Joey Chambers. Caught that pass and then flicked it right back to Gallagher, who just kind of slipped in unnoticed.
Gallagher now with 15, lead at 71-36. There's Moore. Another pretty move there around Keandre with Gallagher on him. They're going to get Gallagher for his 3rd personal foul.
And Gallagher doesn't like it. Gallagher's been playing some pretty good defense to shut Moore down for the second half, but Moore with a pretty in-between legs dribble there, and Gallagher thought he had all ball.
DiBenedetto will send it in.
Don't know if I disagree with him.
Over to Moore, a little no-look pass to Tolliver, long 2, off the mark. Underneath, foul called here on the floor.
We haven't done too many games where one team only has 2 players that score.
Correct.
And they're well, now here we go, right on cue.
That's 4 on Brandon Davis tonight. You have an opportunity here for Maddox Sukul to get into the scoring column.
Maddox.
Sukul, sophomore, averages under a point a game and finally breaks that little streak of only Moore and Pecan scoring on the Ringgold side. It's the first points for the Rams here in the fourth quarter. Second free throw from Sukul, no good. Jaden Pratt, the rebound for Laurel Highlands.
First points of the quarter for the, right? That's the first one.
Davis off to Keandre. Now the Mustang reserves coming off their bench. Keandre fighting on the inside, threw it up over the shoulder, couldn't get it to drop. Sukul the rebound for Ringgold. Try to touch it forward, and Gallagher with the intercept. Forward to Keandre, try to slam it in. Didn't have great hops from the near side. I think the takeoff was a little bit too close.
Well, it's different. You know, it's different. They get the court's longer, so the timing gets a little off. And they got to run a couple extra steps. And
Pecan missed on a three. Wanted an outlet there for Brandon Davis. Got intercepted by Pecan. And play real loose out there right now. Pecan comes back, put it off the glass and in. Pecan with 19.
Looks like a church game right now, a church league game. And I think that's why Coach Hauger's seen enough. He's going to get his guys out of there, and he's going to call a timeout just to get some subs in.
71-39. We'll take a quick 30 here on the CR Piranha Group High School Sports Night.
The Catholic War Veterans, Post 1669 at Hopwood, are proud supporters of local high school sports. For more information on the programs that the Catholic War Veterans provide, log on to the Catholic War Veterans website at www.cwv.org. You can also visit the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 on Facebook or phone 724-437-3088. That's 724-437-3088 for the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
The only Mustang starter still on the floor is Joey Chambers. He has it up top. And the Mustangs limited subs tonight. No Mason Bolish, no Blaze Krisner, no Nico Johns. So the bench a little bit shorter as Kavanaugh missed down low.
And the Rams still have some of their starters in. Pecan's still in there.
And he'll drain a three from up top, Nick Pecan. Pecan 5 here in the fourth, 22 for the game. It's 71-42 Mustangs. So we go under 4 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. It's close to an over and back there between Bittner and Chambers. Now Chambers will take a deep three up top off the front of the rim, no good. Bittner gets the offensive rebound to keep it alive. Over to Schwartzfeger in the corner. His three ball and air ball goes to A.J. Sumter on the far side. Missed on his shot attempt, so the Mustangs getting plenty of looks there. Now Ringgold Zion Moore out of the pack with it. Moore between defenders coming inside. Hard foul will be called there on Sumter.
Well, Moore's got a lot of points tonight, and Sumter was going to have none of that going to the basket.
We have 3:19 left on a running clock here in the fourth quarter. We'll stop it now as Moore goes to the foul line. Moore, first of two, up on the way and good. So Moore with 20 tonight. Now Pahalik back in, and some other Rams subs will check in, including number 13, Aiden and Gotti. Number 1, Ryan Pajak. And number 50, Robert Taylor. Along with 30, Mason Seuss. Good to see a lot of the second teamers on both sides getting some action now. I think you're going to have Pajak coming in for the shooter Moore if he makes this second free throw.
Some Tony Carter keeping track of everything over there.
Second free throw on the way and good for Moore. So he has 21, and now Pajak can enter the game.
And he'll finish tonight with 21 points. Pecan finishes with, 22?
Correct. At 5 here in the fourth. A pretty good game for both Pecan and Moore. And for the Mustang heavy hitters, you had Keandre with 26, Gallagher with 15, and Brandon Davis with 16. He'll turn and shoot from Kavanaugh off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, Sumter in traffic, a miss. Third shot on the possession, good from Patrick Kavanaugh, and he draws the foul in the process. First two of the game for Patrick Kavanaugh. I'll get some fans starting to make their way out. 73-44 Mustangs. 2:44 left here in the fourth. Now Kavanaugh's free throw rattles out. Maybe the one thing the Mustangs have not done well tonight, Steve, has been shooting free throws. We'll give him a pass. Rams back on the other side. Aiden Agnati with it right now. Resetting back to Pahalik. Now Ryan Pajak up top. The second teamers for the Rams. Just working it here outside the arc.
They're being patient, just walking around, running their offense.
Pajak near side with 1:58 to play. Bouncing it into Pahalik, trying to back his way in there on Chambers, draws the foul. On the pair of free throws now for Jacob Pahalik. We told you the Mustangs back in action tomorrow against McKeesports. Up next for the Ringgold Rams. They'll return to action against West Mifflin coming up on Tuesday. They'll host the Titans here at Ringgold High School. Pahalik gets his first point of the game, free throw make. Mustangs' next conference game, Steve, they'll keep it in Fayette County. We'll head to York Run on Tuesday. Laurel Highlands and Albert Gallatin. That should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now Pahalik, his second free throw on the way and good for Jacob Pahalik. Here, a second trip to York Run already this year. We're there for Uniontown and Albert Gallatin a couple weeks back. Now Michael Bittner will send it back across. On top there, A.J. Sumter. Ball loose on the court, goes out of bounds. Malachi Wallace into the game, fan favorite on the Laurel Highlands side. Quick game tonight, Steve. Only here at 8:37 local time. Yeah. Might get done here about an hour and 10 minutes. Ryan Pajak setting it off on the far wing. And Gotti back to Pajak. Near side, Mason Seuss.
Tony Carter must have some dinner reservations somewhere.
Get a quick bite before his night expires. Corner three on the way and good there for Mason Seuss. A good job there, Mason, the junior from the corner. 73-49. Rams will make it a little closer for the Papers in the morning. And the story of this game, that 21-0 run for Laurel Highlands, started in the second quarter, ended in the third quarter. On the inside, Sumter loses the handle. Wallace the save. Look at call for the travel. 30 seconds to play. So Laurel Highlands, Steve, ho-hum. They'll go to 8-0 on the season, 2-0 in conference play.
Yep, and another fourth quarter where they don't have to play. Basically, they took everybody out. And
nothing wrong with that.
No.
Three rattling out there for Robert Taylor. Rebound from Wallace. Big guy run on the floor. 5 seconds left. Let's see him launch one. Wallace right of the lane. Got to shoot. He's going to pass it off on the near elbow. And the shot no good at the buzzer from Schwartzfeger. So that'll do it. The final score, Laurel Highlands 73. Ringgold 49. We're back to tell you all about it on our postgame show brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Comes your way next year on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you? Oil checked and windshield cleaned. Joby's Golf. That's where. Joby's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard. Joby's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station serving the Uniontown area in the same location for over 47 years. Joby's Golf offers lockout services, general repairs, tire repair, fenced-in storage lots, state inspection, golf products, and AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
Lee's Plumbing and Excavating, helping area residents with residential and commercial plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, along with paving, concrete, and excavation site work for over 30 years. Building a new home, Lee's does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. Lee's does maintenance work on all existing homes, too. Call 724-245-2950. That's 724-245-2950 for your quote. Lee's wishes all the area basketball teams good luck this season from Lee's Plumbing and Excavating.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
Going on now at Visit T. Harford's Chevy East. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $279 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarbourChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year. With 4,500 cash trade equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends January 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Simply Sweet has been your one-stop party planner, specializing in balloon decor, event planning, and rentals. And now, the sweetest little boutique. Simply Sweet Boutique, located at 21 North Beeson Avenue, is filled with party decor, gifts, and paper goods. You can surprise someone anytime with one balloon or a bunch from their balloon bar. Simply call 724-317-7929 for Simply Sweet Boutique. Join Simply Sweet Boutique January 8th, 10 to 3 for their Valentine's Day open house.
COVID-19 vaccines teach your body to recognize and fight the COVID virus. You can get this vaccine at no cost to you at Peachin Pharmacy in Connellsville. Schedule online, by phone, or just walk in. Help protect yourself and your loved ones. When you are ready, get your vaccine at Peachin Pharmacy. Visit PeachinPharmacy.com for more information.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Brian Rozak and Steve Superk back here at Ringgold High School, wrapping things up. 73-49 your final score. Laurel Highlands defeating Ringgold here in our first Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County postgame show. Steve, is your final stats. They're brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market.
Okay, for Ringgold, Nick Pecon finishes with 22 points. Pahoek had 2. Suss with 3. Sukkel with 1, and Moore had 21 points. They scored 18 in the first, 9 in the second, 9 in the third, 13 in the fourth, 49 for the ball game. For the Mustangs, Keandre DeShields finishes with 26 points. Gallagher with 15. Davis with 16. Pratt with 6. Chambers, nice night, with 8. And Kavanaugh with 2. They scored 21 in the first and the second, 26 in the third, and just 5 in that fourth. Of course, running clock, and they took out everybody. So they win at 73-49. Another good showing for the Mustangs.
I'll do it for the folks on the video side on the South Union Township Sports Network. This game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Robert Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Our South Union portion of the broadcast brought to you by Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, the Sprouse Insurance Group, SWGI in Uniontown, Zebley Mahalovan and White United Bank, Jason Scott, South Union Township Supervisor, along with Robert Schiffbauer and Rick Vernon, and the Laurel Highlands Basketball Boosters. Our live video stream on WMBS brought to you by Maruca's Pizza Shop and the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. Again, this game on all the platforms you watched it or listened to today. We'll have the Mustangs tomorrow for you as well against McKeesport, 1 o'clock. Opening tip-off, Mustangs and McKeesport are back with one final segment on the radio side. Ran after this. Again, your final score 73-49, Mustangs over the Rams.